Ashrei on page 215, it says, happy are those. It actually means rich are those. And so when you think about the wealth that we get from following the words of Torah and from what God tells us, we certainly feel the wealth and the richness of our lives within our Jewish tradition. Ashrei, page 215.
Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, od hallelujah selah.
Ashrei shekach lo, Ashrei sh'Adonai Elohav.
Tehillah leDavid, aromimcha Elohai hamelech, va'avarecha shimcha leolam va'ed.
Bechol yom avachecha, v'halala shimcha leolam va'ed.
Gadol Adonai umechulal me'od, v'ligdulato ein cheker.
Dor ledor yishabach ma'asecha, ugvuratecha yagitu.
Hadar kevod hodecha, v'divrei nifleotecha asicha.
Ve'ezuz norotecha yomeru, ugdulatcha asaprena.
Zecher rav tucha yapiu, v'tzidkatecha yeranenu.
Chanun verachum Adonai, erech apayim ugdol chesed.
Tov Adonai lakol, v'rachamav al kol ma'asav.
Yoduch Adonai kol ma'asecha, v'chachidecha v'yevarchucha.
Kevod malchutecha yomeru, ugvoratecha yedaberu.
Lehodia livnei hadam gevurotav, uchvod hadam malchuto.
Malchutecha malchut kol olamim, umemshatecha bechol dor vador.
Somech Adonai lechol hanoflim, v'zokef lechol hakfufim.
Einei chol elecha yesaberu, ve'ata noten lahem et uchlam be'ito.
Poteach et yadecha, umaspia lechol chai ratzon.
Tzadik Adonai bechol derachav, ve'chasid bechol ma'asav.
Karov Adonai lechol ko'av, lechol ashir yikrauhu ve'emet.
Retzon yire'av ya'aseh, ve'et shavatam yishma v'yoshi'em.
Shomer Adonai et kolo havav, ve'et kol harishayim yashmid.
Tehillat Adonai yedaber pi, vivarech kol basar shem kodsho le'olam va'ed.
Va'anachnu nevarech ya, me'ata ve'ad olam, hallelujah. Psalm 150, Hallelujah, page 218. Hallelujah, hallelujah, betzil tzele shama. Hallelujah, hallelujah, betzil tzele trua. Kol anshama tehallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol anshama tehallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Ilufinu, page 220.
Even if our mouths were full of song as the sea,
And our tongues full of joy in countless waves, and our lips full of praise as wide as the sky's expanse, and were our eyes to shine like sun and moon, if our hands were spread out like eagle's wings, and our feet swift like young deer, we could never thank you adequately, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, to bless your name for a 10,000th of the many myriads of times you granted favors to our ancestors and to us. Shochen Ad, page 222.
Shochen Ad marom v'kadosh shemo, v'chatuv v'raminu tzadikim baronai, laisharim nava tehillah, v'fi sherim titalal, ובדברי צדיקים תתברך, ובלשון חסידים תתרומם, ובקרב קדושים תתקדש. ברכות והוראות מעתה ועד עולם, ברוך אתה אדוני, אל מלך גדול בתשבחות, אל ההודעות, אדון הנפלאות, הבוחר בשירי בזמרה, מלך מלכי העולמים. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ויעלמה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון וביומייכון וחיי דכל בית ישראל, ועד עליו בזמן קריב, ואמרו
אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולם מעלמיה, יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה.
ברכו
לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירה נעלמה, ואמרו
Amen. We begin the main portion of our service with the Baruch Hu, page 226. Please rise. You may be seated. We read together at the top of page 229 in the English. In the beginning, even then, a new light was sown for the righteous, a promise that your light would become the catalyst, first for order and then for hope. Author of language and light, help us to use words as you have to cast light into dark waters and draw out justice and truth. Baruch
atah Adonai yotzer ha'meorot.
Amen. We join together in the Ahava Rabbah at the top of page 230.
Ahava Rabbah atayu Adonai Eloheinu, chen lagedola v'tera chamata aleinu. Avinu malkeinu ba'avod avotinu v'imotenu,
We take the four corners of our tzitzit and we wrap them around our fingers, symbolically bringing the four corners of the earth together as we read at the bottom the indentation at the bottom of page 230. Gather us in peace from the four corners of the earth and lead us upright to your land. For you, O God, work wonders. You chose us. Truly, you drew us near to your great name that we might acknowledge you, declaring you one in love. Praised be you, Adonai, who chooses your people Israel in love. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. And we hold on to those tzitzit through the end of the Ve'ahavta. I will tell you what to do when we get there. We take a moment now to think of those 6 words, the Shema. One time I was at a conference, and we were supposed to write a creative interpretation for the Shema. You may have been there. And someone came up and shared. It was a classified ad. And it said, one God, one people, inquire within.
That sounds familiar. I think I was there.
San Diego Cage.
Yeah.
We were at the conference together. And so we think about ourselves, God, as one, reuniting for this moment. And we bring our nishamot, our souls, together with our nishimot, our breaths, with the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu Adonai ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'sharecha. We read together in English in the middle of page 234, and when we come to the word tzitzit, or fringes, we kiss those fringes. It's not on this version. Page 236.
236, that's why. Thank you. It starts with the word Adonai. Adonai said to Moses as follows, "Speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the doors of the garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your fringe. Look at it and recall all the commandments of Adonai and observe them, so that you do not follow your heart and eyes in your lustful urge."
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
We continue silently at the bottom of page 238.
And then there is no place where you are not.
Like Moses, Miriam, and all Israel, we sing out and rejoice. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, שירה חדשה, שיבחו גאולים לשמחה, אוספות הים יחד כולם, הודו והמליכו ויאמרו, צור ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, ודחנו מחייהותה בישראל, גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני,
ברוך שמו.
גם ישראל.
Amen. We rise for the tefillah, beginning on page 242.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'gibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה כל אתה, רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו Baruch atah Adonai, mechayei hakol. Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, הכתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה וזה ואמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבוד
continue silently through the end of page 261, or you may use this time to reflect on your own prayers. Take your time, after all, it's Shabbat.
Sim Shalom.
Now that we've prayed for peace, we turn to the Torah for inspiration. We begin with the Torah service, page 362. Please rise. That was beautiful.
Reading from 2. Ein kamocha Elohim Adonai, ve'en kemasecha, malachut tzecha, malachut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai melech, Adonai melech,
You may be seated. I think. Good job, Raina. I am? I don't have them. Mitch has the names? Someone's got names. I got names. Are you coming? What page are we on? Yeah, who's doing the, no, wait a minute. Oh, good, you've got the Torah? No, I gave it to, as an honor to someone else. Oh, do you have an intro? You want to do your Dvar Torah?
This is Haftarah, this is Torah. I was going to do mine because this says the same thing as Torah.
Okay.
It doesn't have any context.
All right, Mitch is going to do an introduction to the Torah reading for this morning, which is called Vayechi. This is the second time in the Torah readings that we use the word life to talk about somebody's death. And so, Mitch, why don't you enlighten us? And if you've heard this before, just wipe it clean and start all over again. Go ahead.
Okay, the synopsis and what I wrote are pretty much the same, so I'll do with what I went with since I did the drash this morning. In this last portion of this week's Torah reading, we read of two lives and deaths. The first is the death of Jacob. But in the process of getting ready to die, many things happen for Jacob. Number one, he brings his son Joseph in and extracts or asks him to make a promise that he will take him back to his land from Egypt, where he had been living for 17 years, and to make sure that his body would be buried with that of his relatives in the cave of Machpelah, with Abraham, Sarah, Isaac, Rebekah, and Leah. We know that Rachel's on the road, known as Bethlehem. Joseph agrees. Jacob then sees Joseph's sons, and he blesses Ephraim and Manasseh, telling his son that he will make of his tribe two equal portions, greater portions. And then Jacob meets with all of his children, all of his sons, gives him their blessings and a testament of what will happen to them. It's a nice, almost poetic reading. And then he gathers himself up and he passes on. There's a great procession, a great mourning in Egypt, because Jacob was very admired as the son of Joseph. And eventually, after 70 days, his coffin, where he had been embalmed, he and his coffin are taken with a great fanfare and group of people from both Egypt and among the Jewish people that were there. And they went to Hebron, and they had the funeral there, and Jacob was buried in the cave of Machpelah. But we got to end the book of Genesis. And the book will only end when Joseph also dies. So we very quickly go to the end of the days of Joseph. And Joseph, before he dies, extracts a request to his family and to his relatives around him. And by then he's a great-grandfather, and tells them that God will take notice someday. And when he does, and he frees you from this land, be sure to take my bones back to Canaan, to the cave of Machpelah. And sure enough, 450 years later, when the Jews go through the Exodus, which is in our next book, the bones of Joseph are brought with them. Okay, that is this week's portion to wrap up the wonderful first book and the movie called Genesis.
Thank you. Okay, so our Torah reading begins on page 302. And thank you. Mark's going to be calling the names, right?
Yamdu Hershel ben Abraham HaKohen, Perez Yosef ben Eliyahu, Henry Coleman, Pedro Feldman, Arishon.
And Sarah Douglas will be our reader.
Page 302 in the Tanakh. 302 on the right-hand side.
Here.
Right here.
Baruch Hu Adonai Barak. Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. V'chayakov be'eretz Mitzrayim Shiva Esrei Shana Vehi Ema Yaakov Shnei Chayav Sheva Shananim Ve'arba'im Umat Shana Vayikrivu Yem Yisrael Lamud Vayikra Livno LeYosef Vayomer lo Imna Matzati chen Be'enecha Simna Yadecha Tachat Yerechi Va'asita imati Chesed ve'emet Al natik bereni Beritzrayim Ve'shachavti im avotei Unsatani Miritzrayim Ukvartani Bigvuratam Vayomar Anochi Eseh Hidvarecha Vayomer Hishavea li Vayishava lo Vayishtachu Yisrael Arosh Hamitah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nota b'tuchenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Yamo Sheni, Yaakov ben Kalman, Ozer ben Zin ben Moshe, Jonathan Bloomfield, and Arthur Kurtz. Mark Filowitz reading. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Baruch Adonai Havarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai
Noten HaTorah. Amen. Vayehi acharei advarim ha'eleh vayomer leYosef chinei avicha holech v'yikach et shnei banav imo et Menashe v'et Ephraim v'yaged leYaakov vayomer hinei bincha Yosef Lecha vayitchazek Yisrael vayeshev al hamisha amitah vayomer Yaakov el Yosef al Shaddai nira elai biluz ba'eretz Kenan vayivorech otah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam natan betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ganesha, Ludmila, Cyrilin, and Burton Silva, Shishi. Reading Shannon, Grady thing.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMavarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMavarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Sweetie girl, can you do me a big favor and hold that right there? Thank you, honey. Thank you. Amen. Vayomer Elai, Hineni mafrecha v'hirbiticha, unetaticha b'kal amim, unetatati et haaretz hazot lezar'acha acharecha achuzat olam ve'ata shnei vanecha hanoladim lecha be'eretz Mitzrayim ad bo'i elecha Mitzrayma lihem Ephraim u'Menashe ki Reuven v'Shim'on yihiu li u'moladetecha asher u'moladetecha asher holadeta acharehem lecha yihi. I got my throat mixed up. Yes, yihiyu al shem achehem yikreuhu v'nachalatam.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'dacheinu. Baruch atah Adonai
Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Yasher
Tov.
Tov.
Thank you, sweetheart. You can let go now. Thank you so much.
Two wonderful things about the Maftir we will read. Of course, we are at the end of the book of Genesis, and so as we end the book of Genesis, as we end the book of Genesis, we say three words, Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. We will do that. And chanting our Maftir this morning will be Jacob Wurtzer on the 7th anniversary of his bar mitzvah. And so it's a beautiful moment. 7 is a wonderful number in Judaism. And so here's your yad. And being called to the Torah for the blessings.
Yamo, Maftir, Ephraim ben Shlomo, and Acharon Moshe ben Abraham Barita, Gary Gruber, and Mark Silverstein.
Do you know where it is? Okay, Vayar. What page is it, Mitch?
Vayera.
Right. I think it's,
Vayera Yosef.
I'm working on it. It's a long one. It's a long Maftir.
So it's Vayera Yosef.
It's down here somewhere. It should be something that's right.
It's after the Shanim. Shanim is the word before Vayera.
We're almost there.
Be'eser Shanim, that's Vayera.
Vayar. There, three lines up. Got it? Okay. Thank you, Mark.
Baruch hu et Adonai HaBara. Baruch Adonai HaBarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen. Vayera. Second word.
Amen. Vayare Yosef le'Ephraim b'nei Shileshim gam b'nei Machir ben Menashe Yoldu al birkei Yosef Vayomer Yosef el echad Anochi bet velohim pakod yifkod etchem Ve'ela etchem min haaretz hazot el haaretz asher nishba le'Avraham le'Yitzhak u'Yaakov vayashba Yosef et bnei Yisrael le'mor pakod yifkod Elohim etchem ve'ela et ve'halechem et Atzmotai mizeh Vayamot Yosef ben mea ve'aser shanim ve'yachantu oto ve'ayisem ba'aron ve'mitzrayim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nota b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Before we return to the ark, the Torah, to the ark, to its place, we offer a Misha Berach for all those called to the Torah. Misha Berach Avotenu v'Imotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless all those who have come to the Torah in honor of God and Torah. May they merit from the Holy One of blessing protection, rescue from any trouble or distress, and from any illness, minor or serious. May God send blessing and success to their every endeavor, together with all Israel, and let us say amen.
Amen.
We also offer prayers for healing, refuah shlema, to those in need of physical or spiritual healing. If there is a name that you would like to add to our list, please feel free to add a name.
Karen Guth, Bruce Meltzer,
Jay Whitechaker.
Tony Cipriano, Jay Whitechaker, Herb Weiler.
Ken Leland.
Natalie Wurzer.
Misha Berach Avotenu v'Imotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. May the blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say amen.
Amen.
Are there any of us who have endured challenges this week, and have come through challenges for which we would offer Birkat HaGomel? Any dangerous situations? Climbing on ladders? No.
I spoke to Karen.
Yes, I have to share. Yesterday, Henry said to me, please come and check on me once an hour because I'm going to be on a ladder dealing with electricity. I want to make sure I'm still alive. Okay. In that case, he made it through the rain. I would never tell your wife, no. Except now it's live streaming, so it will be on YouTube. Okay, for the lifting of the Torah.
That's me.
You? Oh. And Mark's going to open it so that you can see where the book of Bereshit ends, and we rise and we.
There we go.
Fizzle. You may be seated, I believe. I'm just adjusting the jewelry. So our Haftarah this morning comes from 1 Kings. And is somebody reading you're reading the section, but, and Jacob's doing the blessings, right? I texted you, you said you could do them, but I'll do them, it's okay. That's okay. That's fine. I'll do the blessings. But every week we have a section from the prophets that aligns itself with a lesson from Torah. So in this week's Haftarah, David delivers his dying words to his son and heir to the throne of Israel, Solomon. In a speech that addresses religious matters first and practical issues second, David exhorts Solomon to be strong in the aftermath of his father's impending death. David urges his son always to follow God's laws, commandments, rules, and admonitions in order that he will succeed. He reminds Solomon of God's promise that David's dynasty will continue forever if his descendants obey God scrupulously. That having been said, David turns to practical matters, advising Solomon of the importance of eliminating his enemies and rewarding his allies. He instructs Solomon to execute General Joab in retribution for Joab's past sins. He asks Solomon to reward the sons of Barzillai, the Gileadite, who had been loyal friends of the king. Shimei, son of Gera, who insulted David, must also be executed by Solomon. With these words, David dies in 961 BCE and is buried in the city of David. We are reminded that David had reigned over Israel for 40 years, 7 in Hebron and 33 in Jerusalem. Finally, King Solomon ascends the throne and firmly establishes his reign. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratza v'divrehem hanemarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'v'nviei ha'emet v'tzedek.
When David's life was drawing to a close, he instructed his son Solomon as follows: I am going the way of all the earth. Be strong and show yourself a man. Keep the charge of the Lord your God, walking in his ways and following his laws, his commandments, his rules, and his admonitions, as recorded in the teaching of Moses, in order that you may succeed in whatever you undertake and wherever you turn. Then the Lord will fulfill the promise that he made concerning me. If your descendants are scrupulous in their conduct and walk before me faithfully with all their heart and soul, your line on the throne of Israel shall never end. Further, you know that Joab, son of Zeruiah, did to me what he did to the two commanders of the Israel's forces, Abner, son of Ner, and Amasa, son of Jether. He killed them, shedding blood of war in peacetime, staining the girdle of his loins and the sandals on his feet with blood of war. So act in accordance with your wisdom, and see that his white hair does not go down to Sheol in peace. But deal graciously with the sons of Barzillai, the Gileadite, for they befriended me when I fled from your brother Absalom. Let them be among those that eat at your table. You must also deal with Shimei, son of Gera, the Benjaminite from Bahurim. He insulted me outrageously when I was on my way to Mahanaim. But he came down to meet me at the Jordan, and I swore to him by the Lord, I will not put you to the sword. So do not let him be unpunished. For you are the wise man, you are a wise man, and you will know how to deal with him and send his gray hair down to Sheol in blood. So David slept with his fathers, and he was buried in the city of David. The length of David's reign over Israel was 40 years. He reigned 7 years in Hebron, and he reigned 33 years in Jerusalem. And Solomon sat upon the throne of his father David, and his rule was firmly established.
Got all the hard names. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol haolamim, tzadik b'chol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh, ha'mdaber u'mkayem, shekol devarav emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah ve'al avodah ve'al hanvi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu, לקדושה ולמנוחה, לכבוד ולתפארת. על הכל, אדוני אלוהינו, אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך. יתברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת. אמן. ברוך תהיה. We rise as we return the Torah to the Ark, page 374.
Eitz Chaim hi, l'machazikim ba, v'tomcheha me'ushar, teracheha, tomchenu am, b'chol tivotah shalom. Hashivenu Adonai v'elecha v'nashuva Chadish, Chadish Yameinu, Chadish Yameinu
We continue with Aleinu, page 586.
עלינו לשבח באדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. נוצר שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובים מרומים. הוא אלוהינו עינון, באמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כה כתוב בתורתו, ידעת היום והשיבותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, והארץ מתחת אין עוד, אין עוד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known and loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. We recall those whose yortzites occur this week and those whose names are added to our Shloshim list for the first month of mourning.
Ishmael Andrade, Agnes Carl, M. Engel, Elias Feldman, Normal Feldman, Frederick Feldman, Charles Freeman, Bert Freeman, Julie Garber, Bertie Goldstein, Arthur Greenberg, Grace Gus, Chester Hecht, Abraham Jacobson, Henrietta Kirshen, Rose Landsman, Meyer Lederman, Leah Lenchner, Thea Leventhal, Tony Lerone, Bert Litwin, Anna Markowitz, Elzer Meltzer, Celia Miller, Elihu Mordechai, Alvin Nordenberg, Jessica Petty, Jetta Plotkin, Sergio Prum, Miriam Rose, Isidore Schwartz, Isaac Shaw, Sylvia Shaw, Robert Shurkin, Gertrude Sloter, Minnie Smith, Cecilia Solomon, Natty Stern, Leah Weffeth. And this is the Shloshim for Carol Litt and Betty Henderson.
Are there other names to be added to our lists and those we remember today? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Zelda Kennedy, former priest at All Saints Episcopal Church.
Thank you.
Cantor Sarah Lipset Allison and Richard Frank.
And Pat Bliss. If you're in the Shloshim in the first 30 days of mourning, please rise. If you're in the first year of mourning, please rise. If you're observing a Yortzeit this morning, please rise. You may support those who are mourning by joining them. And we join our mourners by saying the Kaddish on page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah Be'alma divrach hirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael b'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'amen amen. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha brichu Leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo Rabbah min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromah hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen.
Amen.
You may be seated. Shabbat Shalom. This last Shabbat of the year, it's been our honor to guide you through this morning's worship. A few wonderful events that are coming up in the month ahead. And hopefully, oh, Karen is here. Yay. Yay. Perfect timing. Too bad we're not doing Lecha Dodi. You could have been the Shabbat bride coming in. In the middle of January, my scroll arrived home yesterday through the hard mail, so thank you to the U.S. Postal Service for that. You will see on the front cover that there are 3 outstanding events that are coming in January that are part of our adult education series. The first will be on January 13th, Saturday, which is 2 weeks from today. Our Chocolate Fantasy Luncheon. Who doesn't love chocolate? I know Raina does. You don't love chocolate, Bert? Oh, my goodness. We'll convert you. Oh, it's not our job. Okay, so Rabbi Deborah Prince, author of Jews on the Chocolate Trail, will be our guest speaker, and we will have a dairy lunch, no chocolate, but the desserts will all be chocolate. We will also have a baking contest as part of that event, all chocolate, And so if there's something that you know how to make that's chocolate, please help us add to the sweetness of Shabbat by baking something, and you can let me or Judy Kanziger know about that. We had somebody actually read about the event in the New York Times through the book, followed the information. He lives in Long Beach and he's coming. So that's kind of nice that this event is being spread. We expect over 100 people for lunch that day. So make your reservations early and join in the sweetness of Shabbat. And we have the books for sale in the temple office for $15 if you'd like to get a copy, and she'll autograph them for you. Then on the 17th, we will participate in the Orange County Community Scholars Program with Professor Yossi Chayut, and he will be here Wednesday night, the 17th at 7:00 p.m., and he will be speaking on Kabbalah, Dibbux, and things of that nature. So we hope you will join us for that. And then on January 28th, Sunday night, we will have Rabbi Bradley Shavit Artson. I had the honor of working with Rabbi Artson at Congregation Eilat when I was working there. And he is not only a scholar, but a mensch. And he's kicking off our 5-part series on being human, dealing with various aspects of challenges and triumphs in humanity. So take a look at all that's coming up. There are other events as well that we look forward to. And if you have not, we spoke about thrones this morning in our Torah and Haftarah. If you have not visited our new thrones, we have completed the reconstruction. You like that segue? The beauty of our new bathrooms, and thanks to all who participated in making that possible, especially Jay Weinshanker, who kicked off the campaign by saying, how many of us have gone across to the other building in order to visit the restrooms because we didn't feel comfortable in the ones here? So we look forward to our future of renovations and wonderful projects. And thank you, Henry, for making it possible and all those. You drove the campaign, right. Please join us after services for Kiddush and Motzi and something sweet in the social hall for this last Shabbat of the year. Welcome to all of our visitors. If there's somebody here you don't know, it is our job to go and welcome them and make them feel comfortable. So thank you, Cantor Shannon. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Elijah, wherever you, thank you, Elijah. Welcome home. It's so nice to see you. And thank you, Jacob, for practicing hard this week. And we look forward to future anniversaries. Our closing song this morning is
Tefillat HaDerech.
Tefillat HaDerech.
On page 649.
The blessing for On Your Way. Please rise and join as one community.
This be
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Yashivach.
Baruch tiyeh. Gam lach. Are you doing next week?
I'm doing, is it Saturday and then Friday, I think.
Can we possibly do?
I don't know if I know it, but I probably have it. I think I'm doing Saturday. I don't know. Check. I know I'm doing both weekends. I just can't remember which one's which.
Well, we can check
The
during the
12th
week
is a
too.
Friday. So,
Right.
so then it's the 6th. So Saturday I'm doing Shacharit,
Oh, cool.
and then the 12th I've got Ma'ariv.
That was one of the nicest musical experiences I've had.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It was beautiful.
Well, I got to play piano today.
Yes.
It's hard working with other instruments because you've got to subordinate and you've got to go around them. So
It came together beautifully.
It did. It
and all the
did.
hard work paid off. I was worried, but I was able to relax.
Who's doing next week? Are you guys doing next week again?
I have Shacharit. Yes, I've got the morning service. I don't know who's going to.
Saturday. You
Yeah,
don't-
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't know who's doing Friday, though.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. Well, I'll be here next week,
Well,
so
Lila, thank you for your help. I appreciate it.
that's my job, right? Isn't
Well,
it?
I'm glad you're here.
I know.
Are you feeling sick? Do you have your inhaler?
No, don't. I'll get it. I'm gonna go home.
Are you okay? I've got an inhaler with me.
No, it's okay. I got my cough drop in there.
Okay, all right.